Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of Way of the Brush with me, your host, Kris, aka Mini Wargamer Kris, aka The Name Butcher, aka Mall Out of AKs. Way of the Brush, the most informative 120 minutes on the internet on the wargaming lifestyle. We'll talk about painting, terrain, and conversions, and everything under the sun. If you're a brand new viewer, we'll talk a lot about painting, and we will talk a lot about what's under the sun, meaning there's no topics barred. We'll talk about anything and everything, from politics to, I don't know, just general joking around, I guess. I don't know. Anything's up for grabs. Of course, if you are attending us live, you can ask your questions in the comments. Somewhere there should be chat comments. Anyway, oh, you know what? I don't have it on here. Hold on. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. There we go. There, now we can see comments down here. So, of course, you can always ask comments. And, of course, if myself doesn't see it, the monkeys probably will see it, and they'll happily help you. Of course, you can always, really make sure you get your question read and answered, is by sending me an email, kris@miniwargaming.com. It's in the description below. Of course, you can also get links to wayofthebrush.com, which is the central hub of all this silliness. It has links to the Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Discord. Discord's been fantastic. And, of course, has links for t-shirts, just like I'm wearing today. I think I'm always wearing these things these days, I think. So, anyway, Way of the Brush t-shirts, if you want to look like a connoisseur of all that is good and holy in this universe, you're wearing a Way of the Brush t-shirt. And, of course, that also links to my Patreon. Patreon supporters, thank you very much. Of course, a lot of the upgrades and upkeep for this stuff have been thanks to the patrons. So I always have to give a big thank you to my patrons because, you know, without them, really a lot of this would still be a boring old little kind of thing. I mean, well, not that it's terribly exciting now, but but anyway, the support helps, and you know, the funding helps with upgrades and site maintenance and stuff like that, and so I think you guys get the point. Of course, as my way of saying my thank you to the patrons, I often do other things for the patrons. Things that I know, obviously, I don't charge them for. For patron support, I only ever charge for Way of the Brush. And so I only ever do 4 episodes a month. So you're only getting billed 4 times, right? So, and I do a paint-along. I do a paint-along with the patrons. And it's been a lot of fun so far. We've only done it once so far. We've gone full round with once, beginning to end with a model. And so we're just currently finishing up, working out what model we're going to work on next. And so if you join us on Discord, there's a lot of talk between us all on Discord. On Discord, everything's on Discord, really. This show is pretty much mirrored on Discord, so yeah. Pretty much. It's where all the monkeys gather. And of course, speaking about monkeys, we've got Dark Commission. Hi, everyone. Gotta make sure I'm on the right thing here. I started this a little bit late. Okay, so Twitch is a little quiet right at the moment. And I just wanted to make sure. G squared first. Dark Commission. Hi, Kris. Hi, everyone. Nathaniel. Hi, monkeys. Ghost Star and Deluxe. Happy Day of the Brush, monkeys. Happy Day of the Brush. Sounds like a holiday. Happy Day of the Brush. I kind of like the sound of that. Maybe we'll have to push, you know, to get that to happen. A Day of the Brush. I mean, you know, celebrate the arts, right? I mean, what's not to love about that? Ghost Starman Deluxe. Oh, I already read that one. Jim White. Dear Kris, what is your favorite size of canvas to paint on? Hello, individuals. Favorite size of canvas? I like big, so anywhere from 24 and up. Um, my usual size. Here, I'll grab one right now, guys. Hold on, let me make sure I'm in frame here for this. Yeah. So this piece here, this is a 24 by 36. 24 by 30? Yeah, 24 by 36. 12, 12. Yeah, 24. 24 by 36. This is an unfinished piece. It's almost finished, but not quite there yet. That's the usual size I like to work in, especially with that little series I'm doing. I have big rolls of canvas that I just gotta, get the stretcher bars and just stretch them. I've never done the canvas stretching myself. I only ever bought pre-made canvases, but I have like 2-3 rolls of I have like 10 yards a roll of canvas, and so I haven't done anything with it yet, and I've been meaning to stretch out some big pieces. I have some grandiose designs. The only thing is though, and I think probably why I haven't gotten around to it is that I really don't have the studio space to accommodate a piece like that. Like if I made maybe like a 40 by 40, or maybe like a 40 by 60 maybe. I probably could handle a 40 by 60 in here. Maybe. But anyway, interesting question though. Thank you, Jim. Yeah, I never really considered like what kind of canvas. Like, ooh, I gotta have this kind of canvas, And any particular kind of canvas? Not really. Does it need to be pre-gessoed? Not really, But yeah, that's usually the size I like working. I like working big canvases. It's big and expressive. I don't know. Sometimes I just don't feel like I'm doing art until it's like on a freaking wall and it's just freaking huge, Then I feel like I feel like a proper artist. Then it's like, yeah, there we go. Look at that. But again, thanks, Jim. Anthony B. Shotgun beers. Hey, monkeys. No beers today, just coffee. Nathaniel, in case we get to the emails today, I wrote one, but only 5 lines of text. Yeah, that's fine. Johnny Chop Chops, up. Sir Peanut Butter, morning, everyone. Nathaniel, it's evening where I live. Awesome. Ned Frank, hello, everyone. I assume it's evening for most, Europeans that are watching. Twitchy Kranos, hey, everybody. Anthony B, the night haunt that is on Mini Wargaming Age of Sigmar games looks great. They're a light green. Okay. I'm not 100% on what's in our studio, so okay, I'll take your word for it. Looks great. Awesome. A lot of the stuff that gets painted for the studio is done by commission painting services, and so if you happen to like a particular thing, you could probably go through and find the commission painting service that did that paint job for us, and you could probably ask them what they did, like how they achieved it, and I'm sure they're probably happy to answer your question. If not, you can always ask me in particular. Just send me links to what particular video you're talking about, or what picture you're talking about, because otherwise I don't know. Dude, our studio is full of miniatures, man. We have a warehouse full of miniatures. It's stupid how many miniatures we have. Stupid. Vasily Shimko, hail to the great cedar and his monkey seedlings. Did you initially type that in Russian and it came up English, and that's some sort of weird translation? The seedlings. Is that like younglings? Killed younglings. Johnny Chop Chop, a.k.a. the Mirror Breaker. Aw. I didn't break no mirrors. Aw, that hurts. George Hintz, howdy. Aaron Seach, he uses the standard old 18 by 24 in canvas. I watch too much Bob Ross. 18 by 24? Yes, you throw that, unless it's 20 and above, man. 18, that doesn't seem big enough. 18, because that's too close to 12, which is too close to 6, which is too close to 3, which is too close to 1. So, yeah, I can't do it. Enforcer 357, sup, everybody? Every monkey. Dark Commission. I used to use the canvas boards many. Yeah, just a straight up like cardboard, but it has the canvas texturing and everything on that. Yeah, I've done work on that too. No biggie. Twitch Canos, the new bunker will likely have a fair few blank walls, just waiting for a nice big canvas, some plenty room for there along the way. You know what? Actually, I think the bunker crew, I think the plans are they're going to cover every square inch of wall space in that place. I think that's their plan. I'm not 100%, but I think their plan is to have every wall. There's not going to be any blank normal walls. It's all going to be themed in some fashion. Seriously, it's not a translation. And then Kris, I was looking for a quick tip to paint the Night Haunt Horde with the Ghost of Green. My earlier comment wasn't read. Haha. Oh yeah, no. Since that color has come out, I haven't done quick tips on any of that stuff. I have the paint sitting in my collection, but I haven't done anything. That playing with the Turbo Dork paints that I was playing with the other day, that's the first bit of kind of painting I had done in a bit. Even the quick tip that went up the other day, that was done weeks ago. So yeah. Nathaniel, Kris, just a reminder, the attachment in the emails in my PGP cipher, ignore it. You get the Matrix again. Remember what happened last time. Oh, okay. Yeah. Aaron Zeech, episode 219. I may be a lot of things, but I ain't no monkey seedling. That's true. I'm not. Hold on here. Fixing my windows here. My windows. This seems kind of messed up for me. Almost like this is not giving me all my chat. Anyway, Matt Hoser on Twitch. Welcome, Matt. Been a while, buddy. Where you been? Been hiding? Been hiding, haven't you? Don't lie. Been hiding. Yeah, what's going on here? I'm not getting all my messages. I'm a little disappointed. Getting angry. Getting angry, kids. You was at my mom's. You're a fast driver. You know what? You said you were at my mom's? Yeah, she said something about a dead lay last night. Vasily, during the last stream, you said something like that you're the seeder of ideas and that you seed the ideas, so kind of like that. Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, spreading the seeds around of ideas. Just spread. Yeah, I got you. Now, Vasily, it makes complete sense. Now I don't think it's a translation error. Poor Vasily. Tuchigranos, if all the walls are covered in, how about the roof? 40K Sistine Chapel style. Yeah, I don't know if it would go over well on the street that we're on. Like right now, okay, anybody who's visited Mini Wargaming can, will attest to this. Where we are, it's not really a great part of town. It's not like it's all right, but early days, late nights, it gets kind of cracky. And where we're going, that street, I don't want to say it's more cracky, but it's densely cracky. Yeah, so not to dispel, not to dissuade anybody from coming to visit us. It's fine. Canadian crackheads are polite, so yeah, they usually are pretty polite because I go into the local store and kind of bump into one. Oh, I'm sorry. So don't worry about it. Canadian crackheads are fine. Fear School, morning, Fear School. It's kind of hard to have a name like that and then be pleasant, It's like, oh, top of the morning to you. What's your name? Oh, I'm Fear School. How do you do? Anthony B. The last sit and vault with Quirk drinking the energy drinks had me dying. So gross, so entertaining. Yeah, that was gross. Poor Steve, man. I don't know why. I don't know why Steve would make a bet like that. Because, like, the whole idea of something being gross like that and to gross Quirk out, like Quirk. Yeah, that wasn't Quirk would have did it anyway. He wouldn't have had to bet money. Quirk would have just done it. And yeah, like there's no level of grossness, I don't think, at least in the time that I've known Quirk, that like there's no bar. You know what I mean? Like, you know, what's the game where you're trying to go under the bar and you gotta like go like with your back and you gotta arch your back. What the hell's that game called? The hell's that game called? Anyway, yeah, he can do that, like, no problem. That bar could be an inch off the ground and he'll still be able to do it. And Steve, I don't know why Steve would do gross out challenges, because gross out stuff freaks Steve out and will make Steve puke. So I don't know why. Like, Steve must be a sucker for punishment, I guess. That's the only thing I can figure, is that Steve's a sucker for punishment. He likes, you know, gagging or something, I guess. I don't know. Limbo, that's it, limbo. Limbo, yes, thank you. Yeah. And so, yeah, I don't know why he would do that. It's just craziness. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Man, some of those drinks, whoo, yeah, they're nasty. I suspect, though, like, really, realistically, the amount of sugar that is in those energy drinks would preserve them for quite a while. The only thing that would happen would be, like, the evaporation, and so it would condense. Oh, man, I can't even think about what Quirk was putting into his body. I can't even think of what Quirk puts into his body right now, but drinking those damn cans, it boggles my brain. Just boggles it. Like, full-on boggle. Zandrate, morning. Morning, Zandrate. Jim White cracks in the sidewalks, you mean? Yeah. Yeah, in the sidewalks. And the sidewalks crack open, and these crackies come cracking their way out. Enforcer, you can sell them some plastic crack. Yeah, shit. The idiots might try and smoke it. I don't know. And Canadian crackheads hopped up on that uncut maple syrup. Exactly. It's the uncut stuff. It's pure. Pure Canadian syrup. You guys can't handle that. That's why we gotta cut it, man. Like, Americans would be freaking out. There'd be more gun shootings and stuff like that all over the place. People would just be freaking right out all the time. Canadians, well, that's a blood type. Maple syrup is a blood type for Canadians. Sir Peanut Butter, even Canada's drug addicts are nice. 'Tis a silly face. Yeah. Seriously though, yes, the crackheads you bump into, they're like, har, 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 you know. I assume he was trying to say, oh, top of the morning to you, but, you know, it's like, har, 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 you know, as he walks by. I know it sounds completely absurd, but I'm serious. I'm serious. Bunch of crackies. Dark Commission. I'll be sending an email of my latest bust for the next show. It's another Scale 75 bust in the same steampunk line as Captain Ahab bust. Been working on 2 projects at once, so taking longer. Hey, take your time, man. We were all impressed with the last 2. Take your time, really, you know, really get those blends together, and, you know, don't rush it, man. And if you're doing this just for giggles, man, enjoy yourself, savor it like a fine wine, you know. If you find a really good miniature that you like, you know, and you're like, wow, I really like the way the sculpt's here and how it looks and the way the light plays on the surface and stuff like that. I can't wait to start painting, paint this and that, provide this kind of texture. It's like a wine, man. It's a wine. You enjoy it. You savor it, and you let the flavor build, and, you know. Come on. You don't just ram it home and say, yeah, done. Be a gentleman. Inch it in at a time. Jim White. Well, fall is coming with the hunting season is coming, so more shooting and missing is expected. Um, I know hunting season. I get kind of, um, I don't know, when the fall, and yeah, I can feel the fall, and I feel not like I can feel like the rut, but I feel the need to spill blood. I haven't hunted in ages, and yeah, just thinking about it right now, I'm thinking like, why the hell am I doing this? I should be out there hunting, killing something, chasing it down, and drinking its blood. Mad Hoser and Kris, did you hear from the Gim yesterday? Ottawa had those tornadoes. Yeah, I know. I heard about that. Gim posted some pics in Discord. A bunch of power lines and stuff like that. Like, holy man. Here, let's see. Let's go over to Discord. Mr. Gim, who's an old-time buddy, old friend, and yeah, they're in quite a situation right now. Oh, wait, that's not it. That's private messages. Whoops. There we go. Yeah. And of course, the boys are making jokes on the pictures. Beep, beep. Go home, Carl. You're drunk. Because that truck right there is, on the left there, is on its side. Yeah, you see power lines down. Where's another one? Give him posted some more up here. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so here's that original one. Here, this one's pretty brutes. Look at that. Look at those poles. Good grief. And I don't think Ottawa gets very many tornado warnings. Because from what I understand, geographically, Ottawa is kind of in a lowland kind of situation. It's not the kind of region that a lot of tornadoes seem to form, right? Because, I mean, tornadoes, right, are typically flat land. Like large tracts of flat land are places where tornadoes can strike. In southern Ontario, there's a lot of farm territory, and they can get tornadoes there, and they have had tornadoes. I grew up in London, Ontario, and we had a wicked tornado move right through from the south end of town up through the east part, and that was a long time ago. I don't know how often they get tornado warnings or tornado watches, but anyway, a lot of flat land around there. Around here, there's quite a bit of flat land, but we have some deep valley areas where there's a lot of the river system goes. So I'm wondering if that kind of breaks up some stuff. You get out towards Hamilton, there's a mountain range that runs up through the middle, and you know, I don't ever hear of tornadoes in Hamilton because, again, it's got a big frickin' mountain, right? That's why, like out in like Kansas and in the prairies and stuff like that, they got that whole tornado alley that comes up through Texas, right? Because it's all flat territory. So, yeah, but I never knew Ottawa to be that flat to warrant a tornado. Shows what I know. Dr. Santos, greetings, monkeys. Greetings, Dr. Santos. Matt Hoser, so he's okay. Okay, so he's good. Yeah, he. As far as I understand, I haven't called him or anything like that. Probably should have called him. But yeah, from what I understand, he's posting pictures and he was talking in Discord. So they were out of power. So, you know, and it sounded like Northern Ontario was getting some pretty wicked storms there. Buddy, who's a photographer up there, he posts the best pictures. If you ever go into like my Instagram and you see who I'm following, there's a guy called Dan Grisdale, and he just posted a video link in his Instagram. And it's off the Superior, and you could just see the wave. It looks like a goddamn ocean, like tidal waves and stuff like that. It's crashing against the rocks, and beautiful video. He takes beautiful pictures. This guy, I used to work with him ages ago, and I had no idea that he was such a great artist and such a great eye. But yeah, he does really fantastic photography. Check him out. I don't think he has a lot of followers, but check him out. If you go through my Instagram, you should be able to find his name in there. There's not too many people, but anyway, really great photographer. Where am I here? Ghost Starman Deluxe, hunt down Quark. Oh man, hunting the human game. Dark Commission, episode 219, painting and sex tips from the discerning gentleman. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. You gotta savor it, not ram it home, man. Sir peanut butter. Every season is hog season in Texas. Yum. See, up here we have a lot of deer. In northern Michigan, there's tons of deer. Tons of deer. Like they're hitting deer every day. Like, you know, some places like in Florida, armadillos, right? Armadillos are always all over the highways, right? You get into some parts of like where there's a lot of forest, and you get like a lot of raccoons or possums, stuff like that on the highway. In northern Michigan, it's nothing but deer all the time. The deer are just everywhere, man. They're getting hit all the time. Sad, really, because I mean, deer are so tasty. Ooh, if you've never had deer, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Really. Stop what you're painting right now. Head out and go get yourself a steak of deer. You'll thank me. Anyway. Dr. Zanto has been unable to join lately, but I'm here now. Well, welcome. And, you know, it's unfortunate not able to join. I assume life, busyness, whatever, but it's good. Congo, hey-yo, hey-yo. Nathaniel, Hurricane Florence? Hurricane Florence? Yeah, East Coast, man. That's a hurricane, though. But that's why those hurricanes build up, because, I mean, the ocean's, like, pretty wide open, right? So that's why you get those massive storms. Congo, tornado in Canada. Oh, right. Jim White, tornado occur in the mountains of Idaho. And Kris is right. Really? In mountains of Idaho? Well, how big are the mountains? Like, now you got me scared now. Because, I mean, like, you know, this whole climate change got everybody freaking out, right? So, and I mean, rightly so, because we're getting more and more storms. Zendre, yeah, it was pretty nasty in the Sioux. Lots of power outages in the last couple days. Yeah, that's what I understand. I've seen that. Vasily, never had deer, wasting my life. That's what I'm saying, man. You gotta come to Canada or the States, come have some deer. Venison. Deer. It's tasty, it's good. So it's even good, like, really, because it's fall. So everything is like, you know, everything's flowered and blossomed, and fruit plants that bear fruit are all bearing their fruit. They're all nice and ripe on the trees and in the bushes and stuff like that. Like right now is a great time to bag yourself some partridge, because all they eat is raspberries and blueberries. That sugar gets inside their meat, and their meat is so sweet. Oh, geez, I'm getting excited now. So damn good. I love this stuff. God, you know what? What am I doing? I'm just going to go kill something. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway. Okay, we got to get off the topic of killing stuff, because I'm getting hungry. George Hids, if you want to talk storms, down in Fayetteville, North Carolina, we still have areas underwater. Oh, I know. I seen that, man. I mean, you know, it's not George, it's not a freaking competition. It's not like, oh, who's getting it worse? I mean, it's not a competition, man. Jim White, deer sausage is tasty as well. Stop, man. Stop. I'm getting hungry. Look at, I'm salivating here. Congo, steak and cheese product sandwich. Vasily, a George Dicetown name. Raziel, I have arrived, sort of. Well, if you're typing your name, you've arrived, right? Anthony B, I've heard elk is amazing too. I am in the preliminary stages of doing a hunting trip to Colorado for elk. I've had elk. I've never hunted elk, but I've had it. It's really good. It's close to deer. It's not quite like moose. Moose, for some reason, some people really can't take moose, and some people can love moose. I love moose. Some people can't take it. It's just, you know, really strong flavored meat. Kind of like bear. Bear's another one that's really strong flavored meat. Some people just can't take it, you know. Plus, too, bear, a lot of fat in it. But anyway, again, guys, stop it. I'm getting hungry. Yeah, Sir Peanut Butter. Yeah, fall pretty much doesn't exist here. It's 90 Fahrenheit until November, then 30s, then back up only after a few months. Good grief. That's too warm for me, man. I need some snow. Just a little bit of snow. I don't need a whole lot of snow, but I need a little bit of snow. I need 4 seasons. I need it. I feel weird if I haven't seen snow. Especially like when you get into December, like Christmas with no snow. It's weird. I can see why people kill themselves like Christmas because, you know, it's just weird. You're thrown off. You're like, what the hell, man? Like Christmas? No, it's got to have snow. Some people who have never experienced that wouldn't know, but yeah. Vasily, I only eat chicken mostly. Yeah, well, chicken's good too. Nothing wrong with chicken. Man's got to eat, right? Fish got to swim. Man's got to eat. Dark Commission, episode 219. Paint it, then kill it, then eat it. Paint it, then kill it, then eat it. Zandrate, I always preferred ground moose. Moose burgers are great. Yeah, moose burgers, moose sausage. Ooh. Oh, man, stop it. Jim White, the tallest mountain is 12,667 feet. The mountains break up the tornadoes so they aren't as strong. Right. Yeah, it's something about, like, you know, how, like, airflow. Like, if it's a flat land, the wind can just go, and then you get these two different fronts. Because tornadoes, right, are, like, it's a hot and cold front that smack into each other, and then they create the turbulence, and that's often how tornadoes are formed, right? For anybody who didn't know. But I'm sure you all knew. And that requires a large tract of flat land, right? So any hills can throw off that airflow. That's airflow for you. Anybody who's not into pantomime is, yeah. So anyway, yeah. Now see, like, okay, like a country like Russia, I assume like a country like Russia, because it's got like large tracts of flat land, I assume we get tornadoes all the time. Wouldn't it? I don't know. Vasily? Want to chime in on that one, Vasily? Aaron Seach, deer jerky is a gift from God. Yes, it is. Deer jerky, very good. Any deer product is great. Nathaniel, Way the Brush, episode 219. Hunt deer and paint on. I wish, man. I have not been on the hunt. Not since I moved here to Welland. And I've been here since 12. Yeah. Oh. And then before that, it was a couple years even before I moved too. It's got to be at least over 10 years since I've hunted. No. Yeah. Holy crap. No wonder why I get antsy. Anyway. Raziel, God, typos, I'm watching at work. Vasily, episode 219, kill it, then paint it, then play with it. A beginner Manika's guide? What's a Manika's guide? Oh, maniacs. A beginner maniacs guide? Like a beginner serial maniac kind of thing? Serial killer? Yeah. Sure. If you want to see it that way, fine. Whatever. G squared with the Rush episode 219. Some people really can't take it. Some people really can't take it, no. And that kind of fits both statements with the Dark Commission statement. I kind of like that. You know what, G squared? You win. You win. That's a good one. It's just some people can't take it, man. Can't handle it. They get all freaky about things and stuff and things and stuff. You know what I mean? Just can't take it. And they freak out. G squared. You win. You win. Feel good, G squared. Feel good. You win. What do you win? My love and admiration and respect, sir. Sorry, I'm clearing windows here. I just kind of spaced out for a second. Well, whatever. Just kind of sit here. Email time? Yeah, is it email time? It is. It gets. What time are we at here? Oh, yeah, it is. It's getting close to email time. It's really close. Like, we're right there. And, of course, thank you for everybody who sent in emails. I made a post earlier in the week I think yesterday. Was it yesterday? Thursday or yesterday, I posted like, hey, get some freaking emails in here. Otherwise, I'm not doing this show. Otherwise, because if I didn't have any emails, I'd end the show right now, and probably go and kill something. Where am I? Jim White, bear meat I haven't had since the 70s. Damn, I'd die. Sir peanut butter, it's too warm for me too. George, it's all on how one cooks the game meat. You just cook it, man. I love the flavor. Some people can't take it. They want the food bland, like chicken and beef. Like once you've had deer, beef will taste bland to you. You're living a bland existence. There's so many flavors out there. So many. Man. Aaron, rattlesnake, caribou, elk, and cougar, absolutely amazing. I've never had cougar. The elk one I've had. Rattlesnake, never had rattlesnake. Yeah. Up north, they have these hunters, like hunters. How does it say? The huntsman ball, where basically it's a whole buffet of all sorts of meats. Almost every animal on the planet is up for grabs, and yeah. Now, some of you guys might be shocked that I openly endorse eating of animals, but you know what? Too bad. I'm not a vegetarian. I don't abide by it, and yeah. It's weird and alien to me. Doesn't make sense. Raziel, Kris, I'm definitely going to have a Way of the Brush Team Marine. Anyone else gonna make one? Okay, so you're claiming you're gonna get a Way of the Brush T-shirt Marine. You're gonna put that on a Marine. Okay, big prize coming your way. Like I said, big prize. It's not like it's a competition where I'm saying like the first person to do it. I'm just saying anybody who does it, I got to give a prize. Of course, maybe only the first couple, maybe, because then that gets really expensive. I'm not going to say like 10 people hand me things. It's like, holy fricks, I got to pay out like $2,000 worth of stuff, kind of thing here. I'll go broke. Congo. So is like mini wargaming getting a Dell? Getting a Dell or Delhi? Oh, a Delhi. I wish. There's actually a good place near Mini Wargaming's where they're Italian meat place, and I get subs from them all the time, and they're packed with fresh meat, and they're just packed with meat. Fantastic subs, really great place. They're not open very long in the day, but fresh meat, good cuts of meat. Meat. Dr. Santos, I felt weird. Last January, I went on vacation, and it was like 20 plus every day there. Oof. Enforcer, Delhi Wargaming. That's actually a good idea. Dr. Santos, also speaking of moose, my dad made cold smoked moose last year. Italians can keep their ham. I'll take cold smoked moose any day. Yeah, smoked moose. God, man, people stop talking about this, man. I'm getting really hungry here. Johnny Chop Chop, I'm off to get a buffalo burger. Bye, guys. See you later. Vasily, I live in Central European Russia, and the only thing we have is strong winds that can knock down some trees. Interesting. So you don't see tornadoes often. Because I imagine, like looking at a topographical map of Russia, there's a lot of plains and stuff, especially on, I guess, like on the eastern part of Russia. It seems like it's really flat, So, I don't know. I mean, what do I know? Never been there. Anthony B, isn't snow the street name for crack? Yeah, sure. No, snow is typically cocaine, isn't it? I mean, I don't know. George, I do not like deer heart. Every heart is good. Kurt Krishon! Wow, there he is. Long time since I've made a live show. Howdy, y'all. Howdy, Kurt. Welcome back. Ebb and Flow, what's up, everybody? G Squared, yay, I'm the winner. And my birthday. It's your birthday? Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday, G Squared. Happy birthday, G Squared. Happy birthday, G squared. Happy birthday, G squared. There we go. There. Sir Peanut Butter. Played my first game of Warhammer Citadel last night. Place is pretty cool. Oh, at the Warhammer Citadel. Oh, cool. Yeah? I'd like to go. Anybody want to buy me a ticket? I'll be there in like a second. Mad Hoser. Mad Hoser? Yeah. Mad, you know Xandrate, don't you? I'm pretty sure you know. I'm pretty sure you guys know, because we all gamed. Yeah, we all gamed together back in the day. Now Mad Hoser can be like, who's Xandrate? Who's Xandrate? Who do I know? Do I know him? Aaron Siege. Cougar is the best backstrap on the planet. Really? Interesting. I've had Lynx. I haven't had Cougar, though. George Hintz. Have you ever had beaver tail steak? No. Interesting. Dr. Santos. Question for all you game hunt eaters. Do you boil the meat before cooking it on a pan? I just heard the weird thing that some people boil the meat for a while before cooking. Yeah, that's to kill the gaminess. Or what they call the gaminess. The game taste of it. It's just the flavor of the meat. I mean, that's just the flavor, right? I mean, you're killing all the nutrient. When you boil the hell out of meat, you're pulling all that nutrients out of the meat. You're killing the whole point of having meat, right? The whole point of having meat is to get all your vitamins and nutrients that you need. And when you boil the shit out of it, you're getting rid of all that nutrients. So, no, I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend it. Now, if you're one person who has an aversion to these kind of flavors, well then, obviously you're not going to have it very often. But a good marinade is another way to offset some of that strong flavor. A strong marinade. Just put in marinade for 20 minutes or even overnight. Overnight marinades. Yeah, it's the way to go. It's the way to go. Again, stop talking about this stuff. I'm getting hungry. Man. Aaron Seach, I live in Wisconsin where hunting is huge. Being in a few game feasts, yeah, being able to try some really exotic stuff. Yeah, that's where a lot of the exotic stuff I've tried. Because I'm not going to go out there and hunt lynx. It's not likely. Even if I came across a lynx, I'm not likely to have shot it. Not what I'm looking for. I'm usually looking for food. Not looking just to shoot animals. I'm looking for food. Jim White, beware, Kris. May butcher names. Enforcer, the prize is a picture of Kris signed. I mean, if that's what you want, sure. I was thinking of just picking you guys up, whoever sends me a picture of the Way the Brush T-shirt on a space ring, right? Whoever does that, I was thinking of just getting him a get started box, right? Full army in a box kind of thing. I mean, that's not a terrible prize, is it? That's what I was thinking. Or maybe a paint set. I don't know. Something, right? Something. Maybe a paint set. Maybe it'd be more apt if I got you guys paint sets, right? Anyway. Congo, you could say this episode is packed with meat. Yeah, you could say that. Raziel, if the prize is a signed pic of Kris, I would cherish it in place of honor in my paint studio. That's sweet, but I don't know. Maybe a signed poster. I forgot posters done. I couldn't do it. I couldn't get a poster of myself it'd be dumb. I don't have that big an ego that I would say, you know what, damn, that's a great idea. And I have that poster on everybody's walls where I'm just, with a paintbrush. Where's the paintbrush? Don't I got a paintbrush around here? Shit. No, I don't. Anyway. Yeah. Oh, man. Anthony B, my arteries are clogging with all this meat talk. I know. Jim White, smoked goose is a treat. Ooh, I've not had smoked goose. Stop! Raziel, so where are the emails then? Yes, where are the emails then? Is the question. Raziel, the GM of the Warhammer Citadel is Mick Burns, and he was promoted from his very own local Warhammer store. Mick is the man. Okay. Jim White, Kris, when you give us an email, please do not forget to thank Beer and Blood Bowl. I'll try not to, not now anyway. Seven Faces, hey gang, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? We're talking about hunting and painting and eating meats of exotic animals and being gentlemen. And yeah. Jeez. Goes to Starman Deluxe. Kris, I'm beginning to think you should become a Tyranid player. Yeah. You know what though? In Warhammer 40k, there's no like predator type alien in the universe, right? Which is kind of strange. Which would be kind of cool if there was a predator type force. Kind of like ogres are in Age of Sigmar and Fantasy. How, you know, they're big models, but very, very low count. So imagine like a predator army where they're big guys who go around the universe just hunting everything, right? For game and sport. Just like Predator, you know? Just borrow Predator, but throw them into the 40k universe. But have like where armies of predators gather and, you know what I mean? And it is go on big wild game hunts, you know? That'd actually be kind of a cool faction. I'd play that faction in a heartbeat. Especially if the models were like these big brutes who, you know, kind of like Predator, who, you know, just had like big knives for, you know, impaling and like carving up, like for flaying and stuff like that. And, you know, they just kind of borrowed Predator, you know. I think that'd be kind of cool. Crap, got lost in the comments here. Job is left out. You should do a spin-off series, Way of the Meat. Have to do that on a special kind of site. Be a different kind of cam show. Clayton Date, countdown to October. Yeah, I bet you're waiting for that, buddy. Clayton Tate, nice hair, buddy. Thank you. Clayton, I guess it's been a while since you've been around because I got my haircut done in May. Nathaniel, marinating a portion of deer meat for days in plain yogurt and then one in balsamic reduction. The meat fell apart just by looking at it. Wow, interesting. Send me the recipe. Congo, a signed poster of Kris holding big meats. Oh man, I mean, I would assume only, you know, a small portion of the male population might enjoy that, and an even smaller portion of the female community might enjoy that. Oh man. Zandri, welcome to Drakari. Welcome to Drakari. Okay, welcome Drakari. Jim White, happy fall equinox, everyone. Happy. Aaron Seach, did someone say Way of the Meat? You lost your freaking mind. All right, I think to stop all this meat talk, I gotta go to an email now. We gotta go to an email because, man, we're just, yeah, I know, Razio, finger looking good. What? Getting way behind here. So we're gonna do emails. So, oh, Drakari. Oh, Xandre is saying Drakari are the Predator faction. Kind of. But like their culture is not hunter culture. Their culture is weirdy sex pervert culture. And they're only after slaves. It's not like they're after the big game, right? It's not like they're gonna go picking on Tyranid Carnifexes and Hive Tyrants because that's the big game, right? I mean, that I'm talking about that kind of faction where, you know what I mean? They're looking at humans and they're going, Space Marines, a captain. That's the guy I've got to kill. The chapter master, I want to kill him because he's the best. He's the biggest and he's the best. You know what I mean? A faction that's like that, with that hunter mentality, that's, you know what I mean? Like, they want to get the buck, right? They want to hunt down the big, powerful buck. I'm talking about that kind of faction. That would be cool. That would be cool. A big, you know, and then you get a bunch of them, and it's kind of like, you know, ogre, but like the ogre faction, because I always see like the ogres in fantasy. There's very few of them, and they're big and they're powerful, and you know, but I mean they can be stopped and they can be defeated. But I mean, you know, they have all these different things, right? Oh, Facilia and Incubi in a way. Yeah, I guess, but no, elves. Come on, elves, big game hunters. Elves is big game hunters. 9. I'm talking like predators, man. I'm talking like big ogre-like things. I am thinking like something like Ogrins, who, like an advanced race of Ogrins, who developed and became this predator-like culture where they hunted only the biggest things, because the planet they grew up on was populated with dinosaurs, right? And they hunted the dinosaurs to extinction, and now they go into the rest of the universe hunting down the big scary monsters and the really powerful creatures and, you know, the really dangerous things. Just like Predator. It'd be their Predator in 40K. Java's left nut. I look forward to Way the Brush calendar next year. God, crap. The rest of the comment disappeared. I look forward to the Way the Brush calendar next year. Kris holding a different meat every month. What would be December's meat? Turkey? Would December be turkey? No, November would be turkey. What's it? Oh, Christmas ham. Isn't it usually ham? Or goose? Charles Dixon, go Charles Dickens. Is Andrew at Yule log? Jeez. Johnny Wraith. Oh, there's Johnny Wraith. So big game, big meat hunting, bigger meat. So big meat hunting, bigger meat. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Special exception. Oh, jeez. Jim White, Ogrins roasting a side of beef, a good diorama. Yeah, oh yeah, exactly. Like a split open Carnifex or something like that. You know what I mean? And you see like the sides all ripped open, and then they got like the side on the barbecue kind of thing, and they're sitting there eating like the big ribs and stuff. That'd be a good diorama. Yeah. Raziel, oh Kris, I feel like you maybe need to convert an army for this now. Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah. Yeah, I'm talking like a whole new faction. Just big ogre-like dudes. They'd basically be like ogres in 40K or fantasy and Age of Sigmar. But they'd be the 40K version, so they're the big models. But they'd have that kind of flavor. And there'd be aliens. I mean, they could be Ogrins, but Ogrins, you know, they could be superhuman, like, duders, or they could be completely alien. But yeah, I kind of would like them Predator. I think Predator, throwing Predator into 40K. I mean, who objects to throwing Predator into 40K? We all imagined it. You know what I mean? It's like RoboCop versus Predator. We all imagined it, and they made it so. You know. Vasily, big orcs who hunt for challenge. Yeah, but that goes against the lore of orcs. I mean, I'm sure, you know, one tiny little faction of orcs went out there and hunted big stuff, and you know what I mean, like, and maybe got smarter and whatever, right? But it goes against the flavor of the army as a whole. Same with like the Dark Eldar. I mean, I don't see it for the Dark Eldar because I don't see, you know, like the whole thing of, like, the whole premise of Dark Eldar is that they're raiding pirates, right? And you know, they're often depicted as going after slaves whenever they go, you know. And that's their game. That's the flavor, right? Whereas a faction that always looks for, you know, just going after, you know, the big stuff, it's a different concept. It's a different flavor, and you can design differently around it, right? Because I mean, like Dark Eldar, they want the slaves because they're kind of like this creepy, crazy kind of Roman Empire gladiatorial type thing, where they want to throw these crazy crap into their arena and then kill it, right? And that's the kind of vibe. That's why they go out and get the slaves. Whereas the big game hunters, they go after the big scary stuff, the big scary dangerous stuff, for their trophy rooms, right? And whoever's the biggest powerful hunter he's got the most powerful, trophies. Anyway. Reziel. Assassin clades are very close to predators. Just not big hulking aliens. Yeah. But they're assassins. Assassins have a job. Right? I mean, assassin is to take out a political target or enemy commander or, something along those lines. Like, you only hire an assassin for a particular thing, to kill a certain person. But it's not because that person was, big and powerful. They could have been a traitor. Right? It's motive. The only reason you hire an assassin is motive. And the motives we're talking about for a predator, like, from the movies, their motive is the big game hunt. Seven Faces. It'd be a corn faction hunting skulls. Right, but they're not chaotic. Well, they don't have to be chaotic. And there's certain, I mean, like, I guess really what it is like, there's certain rules to hunting. There's certain rules to hunting. And I guess if you don't know the rules, I guess you really wouldn't see that there is a separation from, like, just taking skulls and crazy crap like that. Like, hunting's very different. Like, there's certain things you don't kill, right? Johnny Wraith. I think the main problem with a faction like that would be that you're pairing a hunting cadre against a proper battalion or army. That doesn't seem to mesh well in the mind. Well, you can imagine, like, a big safari. We're going to get a bunch of hunters, and they're in a safari. Right? And so all these hunters gather, because they're going to go, and they're just going to shoot every damn animal in sight. Kind of thing, right? So, there are instances where you can imagine that kind of thing. Anyway. Congo. Like I'm saying, Space Marine chapter mortifactors, they flay skulls, hunt big beasties, wear bone trophies. Sure. But I'm talking about a faction, creating a faction that is that theme. Because, I mean, like, doing Space Marine stuff like that, I mean, it's just Space Marines with skeletons and stuff on them. Vasily, is there any kind of Predator tabletop game? Yeah, there is, actually. Yeah. Ebb and Flow, yes. Alien vs. Predator, yeah. Done by Proto Games? I've been thinking about picking up their Cheyenne dropship. They have from the dropship from Aliens. They sell that. I've been thinking about picking one up, just for display, really. Because I mean, the only thing I'm disappointed though is they make the APC. The APC doesn't fit in the Cheyenne. I was disappointed in hearing that one. Proto Games, if you're out there, you should have made that APC fit inside the Cheyenne. Even without making the scale too damn big. That APC should have fit inside the Cheyenne. Great Narlock. Kris, you may want to try seal meat. It is very tasty. Seal population is way out of control since Bridget Bardot crusade to end hunting whitecoats. We can't hunt enough to bring it back down. I'd imagine with the ice caps melting and everything like that, I think their population is going to die out sooner than later. You'll find them on the coast, and then more predators will be after them. Like, I mean, we may even see the end of polar bears, but we'll probably see more Kodiaks and stuff like that moving north, and then they'll probably start adopting eating seals and things like that. And so they may change either way. But seals, no, I've not tried seal. I'd probably eat seal. Eat everything that crawled or flew in this planet at some point. John J. Hail Kris. And Kris too. Oh, hail monkeys and Kris. Jeez. Vasily. Basically, Kris has spawned another seed today. Yeah, that's what I do, man. I'm an idea guy. I see things and I can see possible solutions to things all the time. Congo, Proto Games. Yeah, Proto Games. Alien vs. Predator game. Again, like I said, Proto, they sell the Cheyenne dropship. I'd love to pick it up. It's pricey, but yeah, I'd still like to get it. Clayton Tate. I want a calendar of Kris holding baby seals. No, like a baby panda and a seal in the other arm. Like, and so like the front of the cover, it looks like I'm holding them, like I'm holding like their big heads, right? And it's like, oh, look how cute, he's holding them. And on the back side of the cover, you realize that they've been cut, and like they've been, you know, like the meat has been all been splayed out. Oh shit, that would be funny. Oh man, I wish I had the resources to make that happen. And the time, of course. C.W. Kreiner. It's 1 o'clock. Time for an email. It's 1:02. We're late. Jim White. May we have an email after you thank Beer Bubble? After I thank Beer Bubble? No, we usually play the jingle, then I thank Carl. A.K.A. Guy Alford. Clayton Tate, I have the aliens from the Alien vs. Predator tabletop game. I'm going to convert them into a Blood Bowl team. Oh, okay, interesting. Clayton Tate, Kris covered in red pandas. Vasily, Chris Bello, Idea Bureau. We have come with stuff for you that we're too lazy to make ourselves. Oh, jeez. Dark Commission creepies are at this moment plotting to deplatforming of Way the Brush. Giant Shop Shop. An angry email from PETA is on its way. Ghost of Alex. Why eat baby seals though? Wait till they grow big and strong and have lots of fat and muscle for swimming. Yeah, but the meat's really tender. It's like that's like any animal, like baby animal, like baby deer. The meat's tender. Like that says, okay, like beef, right? When you have, you know, young beef, it's tender. It's good. Lewis, quick, someone send Kris some panda and seal carcasses. Let's make this happen. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Great Narlock. Hunting for the white coats was mainly for the white fur. Yeah. I mean, like, killing animals just for a particular thing. You know what I mean? Like, killing seals just for the fur. That's complete horseshit. Killing beavers just for their pelts. Again, bull. You know what I mean? Like, when you hunt a deer, you know what I mean? You try and use up as much of the animal as possible. Now, back in the day, they used up 100% of the animal. These days, not so much, because again, I mean, you know, a lot of the bones aren't being used, but again, I mean, you can cook and eat the bones and stuff like that, and so, you know, it's unfortunate, really, even today, even with our communities, that, you know, we don't use up 100% of an animal that we kill, but a lot of it does get used up. There's many uses for the stuff. Oh, like even like yeah, even like the hooves and stuff like that. You turn that into a glue to for like for sewing and stuff like that, and making the regalia costumes and stuff. Yeah, it's a lengthy process. There's still a lot of people out there that are dedicated to it. You know, wish there was more. But yeah. Clayton Tate. Kris interviewing Baby Seal about wargaming. What is your favorite faction in 40k? Ark. Lewis with a poorly done chroma key. Yeah, where it's got like the really fuzzy halo all around everything. It's obvious. Alright, headphone time. Because it's email time. Email time. It's email time. And so, whoops. I don't even have the email ready. Oh, my love of God. For the love of God. This one is from Richard. Richard? I've got some Imperial Knights from House Virani for you this time. I hope you like them. These were the first models I attempted pre-shading on with my airbrush. Kind regards, Richard. I was like, what the hell? Oh, it's Richard. And apparently, my Gmail virus scanners are temporarily unavailable, so these attached files haven't been scanned for viruses. Download these files at your own risk. Well, I don't think he's a hacker. He's not likely to embed a virus within an image file. Not to say that it's impossible. But here we are. And look at that. My computer didn't explode. Boom. So, here we are. Very nice. Love all the details. I like the heraldry. That's really cool. Is that on like a decal sheet, or is that like... Is that free-handed? That's got to be a decal sheet. I mean, I'm not saying that you couldn't freehand that, but it looks very uniform. Very good work, though. I like the green. Looks like he went with a gray, and then put like a ghost tint on top or something, and then changed the tint of it. Very interesting. It almost looks like jade stone. I like it. Good work on the transfers. I can see. Yeah, there's transfers. Very, very good. I like the green. I really like the green. The gold, man. The gold is just lustrous, too. It's nice and rich. Is this a different dude? Yeah, this is a different dude. I was like, whoa, what the hell? Because I seen the symbol change. I was like, whoa. He added some depth there. What I like is, like, I look at that hand, and, like, I like how, like, the metal, it's haloed around that green, and that green almost has, like, I can see, like, it looks like reflections, so, like, it's got, like, a shininess to it. I like that. You know, like, it almost has, like, this quality of almost looking like it's a container, like it's glass, and we're looking at a green fluid underneath kind of thing. I know that's not the intention, but just looks cool. Really good stuff. Let me go back to these guys here. Really good stuff. I like them. Really fun. Oops. Shoot. Really good stuff. I like them. Thank you for sending it in, Richard. Awesome stuff. Just fantastic. I like them. Have you considered maybe a little bit of weathering? Or do you prefer them pristine kind of look? Like they're fresh off the factory floor? Or that they're just very well maintained? Either way. Very fun. Thank you. Let's do another email because we can. This one is from Johnny Chop Shop. Hey, Kris, here are some pictures of the madness I've been working on. Please remember, I am a painter, not a gamer. All input will be appreciated. Your friend, Johnny from the Chop Shop. P.S. I got my new Way of the Brush shirt in the post. I never looked so good. Well, send me a damn picture, Johnny. Jeez Louise. For the shrine, man. For the shrine. And so here's Johnny's efforts. Oh, geez Louise. That picture's kind of small. It's kind of small. Can we zoom in on that? No, we can't even zoom in on that. Son of a beehive? Really? Come on. Okay. Well, either way, that looks really cool. I wish we could zoom in a bit more. It looks like it's really, really small, too. It could be the picture just messing with me, too. Could be a 54mm base, as far as I know. Oh, look at this. This is probably, what, a 54mm model? Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. This is a 54 or 75. So maybe he's a 75 as well, because I'm looking at that base thing you got them attached to, and that looks like, yeah. All right. Okay. Cool. Just a sense of scale. I just needed a sense of scale. That's all. Nice and clean. Now we're not done these, are we? Like this looks like preliminary stage. This is really good. I like this. Nice and clean. Do we get another angle of this dude? Yeah, we do. Oh, we can zoom in on this guy. Whoop, whoop. Ah! It's gonna turn this sideways thing. Son of a beehive. Why is it turning sideways? Why does it do that? Why? Why? I gotta be able to adjust that. Oh, I'm not gonna bother right now. Anyway. Oh, screw it. I'm going in. We're looking at it. When we zoom in too, I'm sure Johnny's like, don't zoom in. Shows all the little things. No, but that's good, man. That's good. Again, if you like for those out there who want to really kind of bring more effort to their painting, you want to get into more competition style of painting and stuff like that, take pictures of your work, because your eye will obviously miss things, and the camera doesn't lie, and so you see imperfections in your photos. That gives you the opportunity to correct and do other things. So yeah. Very nice work though, Giant Chop Shop. Thank you very much for sending that in. Do I have any comments or anything like that? Not really. I mean, I wish that little old man playing the fiddle, I wish that was a little bit bigger picture. I'm not sure if the woman and the cat was complete. I'm not sure. It seemed like it was a lot of flat, bold color. I wasn't seeing a lot of shading and stuff like that. But then again, the little pirate dude, or whatever he is, I'm not seeing, at least, well, in the blue it looks like there's different tones, and in the orange it looked like there was different tones. So I'm not 100% sure if it's a really kind of a subtle kind of thing you're doing, or if you're just keeping it more, almost more realistic, I guess is really the way I would describe it, because the pieces are so big that you stay with larger, bolder color palettes, rather than with 28mm, where we exaggerate highlights, with really sharp contrasty highlights and stuff like that. I don't know if something like that would work here with these kind of models, so. Oh, Johnny's saying they're still in work in progress. Okay, awesome. I look forward to seeing more. The female character looked really interesting. I'd like to see some more color depth in there. I think especially in her hair, I'd like to see more of a contrast in the hair. I think, just a little bit more deeper, and a couple little bright highlights in the hair. Just to really kind of bring the attention to her. Yeah. And also, female faces, they can be kind of tricky at times too. Oh, for love of Pete. Yeah, and I would push the. Here, we'll come right back to it here. Hold on. I would push how wide her eyes look I would push those eyelids back a bit. Just so she doesn't feel like she's staring too much. And at this scale, I don't know if I'd use black. I'd actually use a color. I don't know if that's what you did. But yeah, I would use a color. Like I would use like a darker blue or darker brown or, you know, what have you. Because at that scale, you know what I mean? Like you can concentrate on painting eye color and stuff like that, right? So, but again, thank you, Johnny. Awesome work. Very good. I look forward to more. Yeah. Please, more. Please send me more. Anything in the comments right now? Did we stop with all the silliness? I think we did. Matt Hoser over on Twitch. Kris, I finally got Steve to at least watch this. Now, if we would only turn on his chat here. What? I don't know what that means. Steve who? Who are we talking about? Why isn't my Twitch chat showing up? What the hell's going on? What the... For the love of Pete? Where the hell is my Twitch chat? Sorry folks, I'm just goofing around with stuff at the moment. I don't know where the hell my Twitch chat is. My Twitch chat is not showing up in Twitch. And that does not make a lot of sense. That has to be some sort of error. Anyway, I mean, I'm still seeing the chat in the thing here, but yeah. Matt Hoser, Steve P, look at your viewer list. I don't... Steve P. Prostate? Is it prostate, man? Yeah? It probably hates that. But you know what? My show. I'll say whatever I want. Burnt live corpses. LOL, Steve Who. Yeah, I'll bet you Steve's probably been a while since you heard that one, right? Nathaniel. Males bork the chat. Males bork the chat. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Burnt alive corpses. Burnt alive corpses. That's very fitting. Because I remember you used to just love the death metal. I don't know if you still listen to death metal. I imagine you probably still do. Rezio, why do I have to be at work today? Want to be at home working on minis. Yeah, same here. I want to be at home working on minis too. Oh, you know what? I am. Johnny Wraith. Hey, to anyone that that has any of the Protoss alien miniatures, those warriors, infants, and stalkers, what size are they? How do they compare to, say, GW Space Marine? They are big. They're like this big. They're big. They're good size. Tons of detail. They're actually really good looking models. I did a quick tip painting the Xenos and giving it that hint of the skull. I could have did it a little bit better. I wasn't 100% happy with what I had done, but I was mostly happy with it, so I left it. But yeah, I had done the Xenos. I've painted the Xenos looking kind of like the original Alien movie. So, it's in the vault. Burnt alive corpses still do. Raziel, Aunt Baru and Unclean Owen. Aunt Baru and Unclean Owen. I don't know where that's coming from. Oh, it's Uncle Owen. Aunt Baru and Uncle Owen. I thought it was unclean, like unclean. Unclean Owen. I can't frickin' read. Yeah, Star Wars. I get it. Star Wars, man. Don't tell me about Star Wars. I know all about Star Wars. I was gonna go for my lightsaber, but it's not here. I got a bunch of crap right here. You know, a bunch of Star Wars models right here, man. I even got this thing sitting over here. These apparently I can put on my finger. Yeah, I can put these on my finger, man. I can fly around. Look, I got a snow speeder, man. I can freaking fly around. These are great. It's even got the Ghost. Anybody know what the Ghost is? You probably don't even know what the Ghost ship this is. Reziel, sorry, Uncle Owen. Damn it, Kris. Burnt Corpses. Well, that's his name. Burnt Alive Corpse. That's his name. It's over on Twitch, because I can see the Twitch and YouTube comments, and yeah, so yeah. Johnny Wraith, Kris, yeah, I remember that video. I was just considering those models as an alternative to Gene Stealers, which I hate. In case I decide to finally start NIDS. Using aliens instead of Gene Stealers. That's kind of a fun idea. That's kind of a cool idea, really. Now, would you paint the aliens like Gene Stealers, or would you paint them like aliens from the movie? That's the next question. Matt Hoser, Kris, butchering words and ebonics since the 80s. Well, I was born in the 70s, so... But yeah, the 80s. We'll stay with the 80s. Seven Faces, my bad. Tell me about Star Wars. Come on, man. Star Wars. One of the biggest Star Wars nerds you'll ever meet. Grimjaw. The Ghost is the main ship from Star Wars Rebix. Rebix? Really? Rebix? Oh, Rebels. Over on Twitch. Nathaniel, Star Wars Rebels, Ghost and Phantom. Yeah. Raziel, I have a customized and painted Ghost. Oh yeah? Send me a pic. I want to see it. Is there a model for it? Did you get a model? There's no models for it. Is there? No, there is. There's a guy who produces models, and he has a Ghost. Did you buy that? Is that what you bought? Because it was like $500, I thought. Anyway, very cool. Send me a pic. Eben Flew. Kris, he's talking about how Baru and Owen love hosting barbecues. That's an awful joke, man. That's awful, man. Aunt Baru, Uncle Owen, those were good peeps. They took in an orphan boy, and what did they get for their troubles? Burned alive. That's not right. Who wants to live in a universe with that kind of injustice? Johnny Shop. Does the Phantom come with the Ghost? It's attached to the ship. Yeah, it's right there. It's right up on top. That's the Ghost. Anyway. Seven Face, there was an old guest on Mini Wargaming who had a Xenomorph themed NID list. Interesting. Matt Hoser, you need to actually speaking it to butcher it. Reziel, I'm mad at Star Wars now, though. The new stuff no longer makes me happy. Why would that be? Why does the new stuff not make you happy? I'm fine with it. Solo, I liked Solo. I didn't have any problems with Last Jedi. Force Awakens, no problem. Rogue One, I thought that was fun. Star Wars Rebels, I love Star Wars Rebels. I'm excited that Clone Wars is coming back. But the new series, this brand new series that's coming out, I'm not too sure about that one. I think I just don't like the art style of it. But then again, I didn't like the art style of Rebels when it first, Clone Wars when it first came out. So who knows? Johnny Wraith at Surface. Yeah, I'd imagine a lot of people tried something like that. Not original by any stretch. Yeah. Mad Hoser butchering. Yes, I know butchering. Yes, I get it. Raziel, Kris, it's from the X-Wing miniatures. Oh, the X-Wing, yeah, because the Ghost is pretty big in X-Wing. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yes, Dr. Zennis, yeah, you're absolutely right. Doesn't Final X-Wing game, yeah, has a Ghost model, yeah. Well, cool, send me a picture of it, though. Send me a picture. Raziel took the words out of my mouth, yeah, exactly. Raziel, because you think it mostly sucks? Oh, you mean like the new stuff? Well, yeah, but I mean, like, what sucks about it? I mean, first and foremost, personally, you know how I go into watching all those new Star Wars movies? Okay, first and foremost, just like the original Star Wars movies, okay, first and foremost, they're for kids, right? Star Wars is for kids. So when I go see these Star Wars movies, that's the first thing I tell myself. This is something that was geared towards to appeal to a kid. First and foremost. Once you get over that hump, everything's fine. It's all fine. You know. Raziel, my opinion, sure, but I feel it's based in logic and objective facts about the new production as a whole. Raziel, no, the kid's argument is actually not true at all. Yeah, it's very true. It's very true. It's designed for kids. It's designed to sell merchandise. If that's not geared for kids, then what is it? It's not high art. It's not Shakespeare. Jim White, silly monkey. Star Wars is for kids. It is for kids. It's for kids. That's why when you were a kid and you watched it, you loved it. Ewoks, give me a break. Come on. People, I remember people back in the day, Ewoks, they hated Ewoks. Hated them. Because the older kids didn't get it. I loved the Ewoks. I grew up. In Return of the Jedi came out in the theaters in '83. I saw Return of the Jedi in the theater, and I loved it. I loved it, and I immediately had to go to the closest department store and get a Star Wars toy, and I begged and begged and begged my mother to get it for me, and she got me Wicket and one of the troopers on the speeder bike. Right on, and I had those opened up right away, and I was riding on the city bus, playing with those toys immediately. Anybody else stream freaking out? Oh yeah, you can see there's a bunch of drop frames. Maybe it's Star Wars trying to shut me down. Seven Faces. My take: people need to chill out about Star Wars. Yeah. Sure, yeah. Why not? I mean, I realize that there's people who are really, really passionate about it because it's been a big part of their lives. Star Wars has been a big part of my life, too. Like I said, if I had my lightsaber right now, I'd be sitting here yelling at you and talking about it while wielding my lightsaber. You can't get any more passionate than that. Right? So, yeah. Raziel, but I wasn't intending on derailing the podcast. My bad. No, I mean this is what it's all about, man. This is what it's all about. Yeah, buffering. Yeah, it's just a buffer problem. I think everything's fine right now. I'm showing I'm still broadcasting. I have a lot of drop frames. There was probably a spike. Twitch will probably show me that there was a spike. What do you got for me, Twitch? Oh no, Twitch doesn't show me anything. Or maybe it was a while ago. Yeah, it's not long enough graph. Twitch usually gives me a little graph of what was going on. See if YouTube shows me. No, YouTube showed me the same thing. Oh wait, no, there we go. Oh yeah, no. YouTube just says everything's good. It's all good. Hey, don't worry, it's all good. We got your back, man. Grim, the mouse is coming for you, man. For Mickey Mouse sees all. Ghost Star Red Deluxe. Star Wars theory. Luke Skywalker, we see in A New Hope, isn't the baby from the end of Revenge of the Sith. Uncle Owen didn't get what Aunt Beru meant by change the baby. Yeah. Lost him in the desert, got stolen by sand people, had to replace him before Aunt Beru noticed. Reziel, LOL, any negativity on Star Wars and the higher powers intervene? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Disney's after me now. Seven Faces, Chris, I'm sure that was an awesome Star Wars rant. Yeah. Congo, speaking of Star Wars, there's Star Wars behind Chris. Yeah, there's Star Wars all over the place, man. I love Star Wars, man. I love it. Now, am I the kind of person that says Star Wars can do no wrong? No. Of course not. If a movie is just, poor, I don't watch it that often. I mean, like movies I watch often as far as Star Wars is concerned is Empire Strikes Back, New Hope, Return of the Jedi, and Rogue One. I really enjoyed Rogue One. And Revenge of the Sith. I really enjoyed Revenge of the Sith. Really, Revenge of the Sith should have just been all three of the prequels. They shouldn't. It shouldn't have started with this whole stupid, like the one that I really agree with is the machete order. Watching Star Wars in the machete order, which is basically you start with episode 4, 5, 6. Or no, sorry, episode 4, 5, and then you after 5 you watch 2 and 3 as a flashback, and then finish with 6 and watch 1 as addendum. As additional reading. Oh man. Seven Faces. Chris, have you ever considered doing resin kits in your channel, a la Mobius, Batman, etc.? I have, actually. I've considered it. It's just, I mean, it's time. I mean, I work 9 to 5. I work 40 hours a week for mini wargaming. And, it's doing this stuff. So, imagine how much time in the week you get to spend on your hobbying. I'm doing it for 40 plus hours a week. Plus this, plus other stuff. You know what I mean? And there's only so many hours, right? Because, I mean, I can't do this all the time. I can't spend all my hours on this because I've got family, right? I got real life, I've got family. Really, that's really about it. Family, So, it's work and family and hobbying, which is probably about the order in which you should probably go. Maybe family and work. Maybe that's the correct order. Work, or family, then work. Dark Commission, quote from my self-written holy book. When I was a child, I had childish things. When I grew up, I kept them. Yeah, I'm the same boat. That's it. Exactly, right? When I was a child, I had childish things. And when I was a man, yeah. Was that what we go? Yeah. Anyway. Seven Faces, I hear you there, man. I started commissioning painting service that I can barely keep up with. LOL. Yeah. Life. You know what I mean? Like, there's only so much time. Like, man, like Vasily is saying, like, I'm just chucking ideas out there because, man, there's all these things I have on my brain right now that I want to do, that I'm trying to move forward with right now, that are going to take up a lot of time, and I think they'll be very good, and I really want to concentrate them. And so, like, doing other videos, like, that's why, like, even on my channel, I don't do a lot of my just the tips or even my painting vlogs or anything like that, because I'm just so busy and I'm trying to direct my energy at as many possible things as I possibly can, without being too ADD about it all. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, yeah, it's hard. It's hard. You know what I mean? And I'm sure all you guys go through it too. You know what I mean? You have some ideas, get a spark of inspiration about a new project to do, and you start it, and you're like, yeah, and then it's like, oh, and then I just got another idea. I'll start that. Ah, yeah, And next thing you know, you got 10 things on the go, and you're like, oh man, I got 10 things on the go, and I still got this to do, and I'm trying to get this done. And, you know what I mean? Like, it's hectic. It's hectic. It's hectic. Yakubo, Mangio. Hi, Chris. Hope all is well. Hello. Raziel, I'm going to play X-Wing 2.0, Warhammer 40k. Warhammer has taken my interest again, and FFG isn't strong enough to win me back over. Yeah, I think, I don't hear anybody talk about Legion. Star Wars Legion. Everybody, like, before that game came out, everybody was like, "Yo, it's gonna be freaking great, man! Tabletop game of stormtroopers and rebels." I think that was their mistake. Is that it was stormtroopers and rebels. It's that factioning is boring. You know, how many times can you play Space Marines versus Tyranids if that's the only two games you play, right? Space Marines versus Tyranids, and you're always playing Space Marines Tyranids, Space Marines Tyranids, Space Marines Tyranids. It's boring. It's boring. You're gonna lose interest, and that's what that Legion game is like. The Empire and Rebels. You know, that's how I play. That's how I play my games, and I think what they should have done. Anyway, they should have went to the Clone Wars. Do the Clone Wars. Then you can have this whole wide open faction of armies you can have in the game. Because there's factions that fought alongside the Republic, as well as the Republic troopers, and there was all sorts of separatists, and also all sorts of droids, and you know what I mean, and separatists, and you know what I mean, and there was a titanic clash there across many different battlefields. The Empire versus the Rebellion. The Rebellions was skirmishes. You know what I mean? There was only a few major engagements, right? Whereas the Clone Wars, the entire galaxy was at war. That would have been a far better setting to create as far as a tabletop game to compete with something like 40K. Anyway. Anywho, Yakubo. Am I saying that right? Yakubo? Jacopo? No, it's gotta be Jacopo, right? His inspiration is my flimsy mistress. She is. She's fickle. Anyhow, any tips on brushes to use to paint tiny face details like eyes and so on? I get by just fine using the Artificer brush from Citadel. The extra small detail brush from Citadel. That works out just fine. When you're buying that, if you're going to go out and buy that brush, check it. Make sure it's good points, the hairs are fine, everything like that. Also pick yourself up some brush soap so you preserve that, right? You got to take care of your brushes. Although myself, I often only ever use that. Lately, I've been using the Artist Opus brushes. They've been pretty darn good, and their detail brush is really good. And of course, I have Winsor Newtons. I have 0, 00, and 000. I've only ever used my 0 and 000, and I found that the 0 was good enough, way enough for doing eyes. It came to such a super fine point. But again, like I said, I do it with the XL brush or the Artificer brush from Citadel. Works just fine. So I'm sure the detail brushes from like Army Painter and any other fine company out there, I'm sure that whatever smallest brush they got will do the trick just fine. What I used to do, and I think I've told this story before, what I used to use to do eyeballs, because I was not very good at taking care of my brushes, my hairs were always all over the place. I just, you know, was bad. I was bad. And I wanted to start doing the eyes, and I was like, oh, how do I do the eyes? I need something with a sharp point. So I used to use a thumbtack. I used to use a thumbtack and dot those eyes. That's what I used to use. Seven Faces agreed. Clone Wars Legion would be great. Yes, exactly. Yakubu, yes, I agree. Let us have Jedi Academy. Oh, I am saying it. Okay, Yakubu, yeah, okay. The Bad Edge. Holy man. Jeez, there's a name I haven't read in a bit. Odu, Kris. Odu. Have you got a Harlequin squad sorted yet for Kill Team? No. Actually, I'll probably go with Dire Avengers or like a mix of Eldar for Kill Team. That is assuming you're going to do Harlequins, of course, and why wouldn't you? Well, I like Eldar. I'd probably go with a mix of Eldar, actually, for Kill Team. Yeah, is it Kill Team? Yeah, it's Kill Team. Because, I mean, you can just mix and match your Kill Team, so why not have, like, an Exarch leading your force, because he's, like, the best guy to do it, and some Dire Avengers, throw in some snipers, and, you know what I mean, like, and maybe a Guardian heavy weapon, and there we go, right? Yakubu, thank you for the tip. Ha, tip, keeping it sharp. Ha. Yeah, really, Yakubu, the biggest thing I can tell you, and I'm sure listening to me for any length of time, you've heard me harp on about it, brush soap. Get yourself some brush soap. Artist brush soap. You go to any hobby supply place, they sell brush soap. I use Masters, but there are a few other brands out there. I couldn't speak to what their quality's like. I've only ever used Masters. Masters I've used since college days. I live and die by it. So, yeah. And I'm not sponsored by them to promote their shit or whatever. So, yeah. Anyway, Dark Commission. This secret to painting the fine detail is the quality of the tip. Even brushes you think too big will work if the tip is sharp. Yes, exactly. Yeah, because I have a few long hair where the bristles are about like that long, like almost what, 1.5 centimeters, and yeah, you can get some fine detail. I use that actually for like doing lines and stuff. I just keep just that very couple hairs on the surface. Yeah, exactly. The Dark Commission is absolutely right there. Raziel Nova had their first Kill Team Championship. Bet there's some good list ideas in there. IG won with Death Guard taking second. Yeah, I'd imagine Death Guard. Death Guard in any situation. They're just too damn tough. Right? Toughness 4, 3 up save, 5, 6 save. What's not to like there, right? Nathaniel, Kris, what's the difference to regular soap? There is, from what I understand, now don't quote me on this, from what I understand, it has more of the degreasing qualities. I've heard of people using, lava. It's a soap that a lot of mechanics use. It's for breaking down grease, because Masters oil paint, or Masters brush soap, it's great for oil paint, and the oil paint built up on brush and stuff like that, it cuts right through that oil, right? It's strong enough to get through that without damaging the hairs. So all soaps, yes, are pretty much similar, because again, this stuff is non-toxic, but I mean, you definitely don't want to eat it, of course, right? But otherwise, yeah, it just has greater oil and grease cutting ability. Could you use something like dish soap? Sure. But something a little bit more abrasive. And also the other quality is that the soap also has a conditioning quality. It conditions the hairs. And so, like, basically when I rinse my brush off, I rinse it through the water, and I run it once or twice through, draw the excess out through the bristles, and that keeps the hairs conditioned and staying in a point. You just leave the brush on its side, let it dry, and then if you're going to put it away, you put it away, or if you've got the caps, you put the caps back on. If it's your detail brushes or whatever, yeah, it's just taking care of your brushes. But yeah, with the Masters brush soap, yeah, it has that combination of qualities. It cuts through oil paint, okay, which is really annoying paint to deal with when cleaning, if you've ever played with oil paints. And it conditions the brushes. Regular bar soap doesn't condition. So, it's a specially blended soap. Is it like made from space age materials? No, because this soap has been around for many, many years. Painters have been using it for centuries. So, yeah. Kevin Cabal. I'm just starting to paint some ancient metal Dire Avengers for Kill Team. Also repurposing and repainting some original G-Sealers from the first edition Space Hulk to eat the Dire Avengers. That's not very nice. Kevin Cabal, I find using for my 30-year backlog of models. It's great. Jacobo, also, I like the quick guide for painting the Spanish Conquistador fella. Yeah, that one was just, it wasn't showing anything complex. That one was just kind of lay all the colors down. I've talked about this many times about getting tabletop models done relatively quickly and looking good. And so that was just an exercise in showing you guys on just how you can achieve that really, really quickly. right? You lay all the base colors down. You give it a shade wash, right? Not too aggressively, but a nice, thinned out a bit, just so it falls in the recesses. And then just take your base colors and reestablish a bit as the highlights, and you're done, right? You could take it further if you wanted. You can come back and take it further if you wanted. But otherwise, he was ready for the tabletop, and he had enough color depth that he was visually interesting, right? And that's all I wanted to show with that. And that's all because that was a paid sponsored video, that's all they wanted. They didn't want me going all, Golden Demon on it or anything, Graziel, you must shampoo and condition for healthy, silky sheen. Well, yes, you should condition your brushes, because conditioning your brushes, okay, keeps them trained in the right direction, right? They form a point nicely, okay? And when you're painting, right, the paint, you often don't want too much paint gathering on the bristles. Have you ever noticed when you clean your brush sometimes with just water and you look at the brush, sometimes you can see the paint is still gathered on the hairs, and even though you keep rinsing and rinsing, that paint's not coming off? That's because you need to condition your brushes so that those hairs are less likely to do that. It's the paint's still going to do it, but it's less likely. It's just because it allows the paint to flow off the bristles very nicely. Welsh bloke. Sorry if I've asked this before, if this has been asked, Kris. When is the Academy going to start coming out? Well, I'm a bit behind on that, so yeah. I couldn't give a date. Soon. Weeks. Like a couple weeks. Like, there's videos done. There's already stuff done. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to wait until I'm done it and then release it as a large package. Or we might trickle them out. I have no idea. But again, I mean, like, the first segment, I'm like almost halfway through it. So, maybe about halfway through it. Somewhere around that. The first segment of it. But yeah. It's coming, Welsh bloke. It's coming. But again, I mean, like, it's geared to the beginner. It's who it's for. It's for the person who has never held a brush in their hand. That's who this painting academy is for. So bear that in mind. So it might be of limited use to you if you've already been painting. Of course, there might be stuff in there that, you might not have considered or heard of or whatever. By all means, right? The goal of the series is to teach people good habits early on, so that they're better painters in the future, right? That's the goal. Jim White, Master Brush Soap works well for synthetic brushes. Yep. Yeah, it works for synthetic brushes just fine. Welsh bloke. So it's being stockpiled at the moment. Yes. Yeah, I think what we're going to do is we may just roll it out once I'm done them all. Dark Commission. I've sent a funny email. Uh-oh. Yakubu, yesterday I was rebasing some ogres and I tried other ways to do snow, used cotton and super glue. It overheated and melted half my ogre's leg. Excelsior. You used super glue and it melted the ogre's leg? Were you sure you're using super glue? Yeah. Or did you use something else to do there? Because super glue typically does not melt resin, plastic, or pewter. So something else must have been used. The Bad Edge of Kris. Something I've been meaning to ask for ages. How did the Space Marine armor from Yoga Mats go? It's on hiatus. Actually, Adam from Greenleaf, he contacted me a while ago, and he wanted to, to continue the project and keep going forward, and and the two of us would work. And I said, yeah, I'm in. Count me in. I'm in. I mean, like, sure. any help, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, let's do this. And yeah, I still haven't. We haven't gotten together to formulate a proper plan, you know. So, yeah. Oh, really? Jacopo cotton and Loctite, it overheated. Really? The Welsh bloke, super glue reacts with wool. No, wait, does it generate heat? Really? Then science happened. No way, really? I've got to check this out now. Yeah, Nathaniel got it right. Use baking soda for your snow effects. That's really one of the best ways. Baking soda with a bit of white paint, perfect. Just a little bit of glue, like white glue, like the PVA glue. Baking soda, a little bit of white paint, mix it in, slap it on. It looks fantastic. But yeah, super glue and wool, really. I'm going to look that up, kids. Or you guys can send me links to whatever, because that sounds crazy. That sounds like some next level stuff. Mad Hoser, Chris, yes, it heats up, and it does with dropping it on most clothes. Really? I've never noticed super glue heating up, because I've dropped it on myself a couple times, and I've never noticed any heat, so. But maybe because I'm so warm, and I'm like sweaty all the time, and you know what I mean? Like, I put off a lot of heat anyway, so yeah. Ghost Tyrant Deluxe. I use Loctite glue too. Time for an experiment, methinks. Yeah, I want it. Like, try it on a cotton ball. Really, it heats up. That's a new one for Chris. I did not know that one. That's interesting. Mad Hoser, how do you think the holes get made? What, from super glue? I've never had holes in my clothes from super glue. I've had it get hard and crusty, and it, you know, it looks like something else, but I mean, yeah, I mean, not holes. No, never had holes from super glue. No. Nathaniel, what's in wool that causes a sort of reaction? Don't know. Jabba's left nut. I dropped some super glue on my leg. It was wearing jeans and it burnt me. What kind of super glue are you people using? It's got to be the thin stuff. It's because I only ever use the thicker kind of super glue, so it's got to be the thin stuff that's heating up. I've had it heat up on paper, toilet paper too. Just FYI for a cold winter night. Yakubu magic, I guess. No, because I mean, like okay, like I'm using crap here. Hold on. Oh. Okay, so this is the kind of super glue I use all the time, and this is Super T Hot Stuff from Satellite City. That's who makes this stuff. Okay, I use this stuff all the time. Now it's a bit of a thicker base. Now it's thicker, and I usually, whenever I burp the tip, I use a paper towel and burp the tip, and I've never noticed any kind of heat or anything like that. I've dropped it on my clothes before, and it's just formed like a hard little barrier on the surface. I've never seen a hole, like acid burn through my clothes or anything like that. So, yeah, I don't know. Use Loctite. Prefer to super glue. Yeah, I've never used Loctite either. I'm not sure what is in Loctite. Jabba's left nut. It was the cheap stuff from the pound shop. Jim White. Another safety warning issued on Way of the Brush. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Nathaniel, Loctite is not. It is used for securing screws, and it shouldn't react with any organic materials. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like sometimes, you know, people, it's kind of using whatever they got, right? Also, too, I mean, if you're if you're doing like a lot of Games Workshop kits, and you're using super glue, I would argue you're doing it wrong. You should be using plastic cement, which is an acetone product. It's dilute, of course, but it melts the plastic ever so, because it's styrene plastic. It melts the styrene plastic. It only reacts with styrene plastic in that way. It doesn't plastic cement, resin or anything like that. Resin you should use glue. Pewter, super glue. Plastic to pewter, super glue. Pewter to resin, super glue. But styrene plastic to styrene plastic, you should use plastic cement. Plastic cement is the best stuff. It's going to be a stronger bond than super glue. I just dropped my Wraith Knight the other day. It didn't break. What broke was a super glue contact point I had of a green stuff. No, it was plastic card to the plastic. And that broke. And I think it was a fracture break, actually. But anyway. Ghost Starman Deluxe. Tried Loctite Precision Super Glue on a cotton bud. No heating, but it did harden very quickly. Interesting. Johnny Shop Chop. Bye, monkeys. Later, dude. Welsh bloke. Bye, Johnny. Bad Edge. It could well be holy crap time. Holy crap. It's 3 minutes to 2. We only got through a couple emails. Oops. Let's do one more. Let's do another email. Lag? Is there lag? Are we noticing? Ooh. Yeah. Wicked lag. Jenna, what are you doing? Sorry if anybody heard that, me yelling at my daughter. That's kind of awful. Sheesh, the buffering got bad. Half the transmission got nirvana'd. You mean got Cobain'd? That's awful. It's awful. That's awful. It's awful. Anyway. Yeah, we're going to do an email really fast here. Before we get any other weird transmission issues. Let's do an email from... Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's do another email. Headphones. Email time. Email time. This one is from our buddy Anthony, aka Mr. Peachy. Chris, thanks for your tips about washes last year. It really helped out. I'm thinking about starting a Karadan Overlord army, and I was wondering if you could give some advice on painting metallic armor. I would like to go with a shiny rose gold effect as the main armor color. I've tried to test model with Retributed Gold and Reichland Flesh Shave, but it's not really working. Any ideas how to achieve a clean rose gold look on miniatures? Thanks for all the great content, McPeachy. McPeachy, this is a pretty straightforward one. I've shown this a few times, and oh, you know who else did a really good one on it? Way back in the day, it was Lester Bursley. Awesome paint job. There's a video in the vault on True Metallics he did way back when. It's a really great series. I've done a few quick tips showing various colors to tint gold to get a nice rose gold. Excuse me. You're going to want to use either Cardboard Crimson or Druchii Violet. Druchii Violet I often use for gold just to give me that nice, deep, rich, aged kind of gold. Cardboard Crimson gives you that really nice, rosy, aged kind of gold. You don't want to lay it on too heavily, but you kind of want to let it saturate on, like, you know, like the little details and in the recesses. But yeah, it's really too bad they don't make a gloss version of it, because it would be fantastic if it preserved that metallic luster, because it dries matte, and you do end up putting it over the entirety of the metal area, that it will tint and matte the metal finish. If you're okay with that, that's fine, stick with it. But otherwise, yes, I would use Cardboard Crimson or Druchii Violet. They both will dull the metallic finish down, but that's okay, and it'll give you that rose color. So McPeachy, thank you for the email, and thank you for sending it in. Hopefully that helps, and hopefully you get to painting that gold, whatever it is, and whatever you do, send a picture of the progress. Send me a picture. Let's do one more email. Yeah, one more email. Yeah, one more email. Real quick. Yeah, this one will go by real fast. What time is it? 2:01? Holy moly, we're already past the time. Yeah, so here's the other email. This is from our good buddy, Disco Duke. Hi, Kris and Monkeys. As you asked for some emails, I thought I would send you one of my current work in progress. Following on my last email, I sent a couple pics of my BF 109, and I've added a bit of weathering and some detail and transfers. Just need to do some more weathering to make the transfers look like part of the plane and not stuck on. Then I've sent a work in progress of my diorama. I've added some spider webs to the Beastman's side and highlights to the trees and grass on the other side. I've also attached my shaman, which is the next part of this to do. I've also added my Magua bust, which I've been really struggling with making the hair look correct. In the film, still he has black hair with the Mohican part being red. With the Mohican part? The Mohican part? Being red. I'm not sure what that means. Anyway, I've masked it off and sprayed a light red and then added a red wash, but it's still not right. Any tips would be great. Finally, a shelf for my current work in progress. As always, thanks for the CNC, Disco Duke. And so let's have a look at his work in progress. And so here is his BF 109. Got the cockpit interior details. See, he was masking off to spray it last time. We got some spider webs around the rocks and everything like that. And this is for his diorama. This is the Beastmen versus Orion. Very, very cool. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is pretty, man. Yeah, just knock out some of those decals. Throw a matte varnish on this just to knock a bit of that shine back a bit. I'd cover the windows though, because otherwise that'll fog up. But yeah, really cool. Oh, he's got a shelf going for all his stuff. Very, very nice. Okay, so you're throwing the red on the hair. I'm gonna have to watch the movie again. I'm gonna have to see how that's done, because yeah, and how I'd probably try and tackle it. I mean, it should be as straightforward as you know, throwing a base of the highlights into the hair where you intend the hair to be highlighted, and then come in with the red on top. Right? That would be the correct assumption one would do. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that again. That's a good movie. Here's the Beastman for his diorama. Now, is he too pink? Or is he too bright, I should say, not pink. Pink is relevant. But is he too bright? Because I thought the intention was that the one side of the diorama would be dark and evil feeling, and Orion was going to be bright and life-giving. Does he feel too bright? Either way, nice paint job, looking good. Awesome stuff. Thanks for sending that in. Thanks for keeping us up to date on your work in progress. And yeah. Time right here. 2:05. We are well past the time. I want to thank everybody for sending in their emails, of course. We'll probably get to those next weekend. Of course, if you're brand new to the hobby, you want some help with painting or color scheme, or you just want a question answered, feel free to ask it if you're attending live. And of course, if you're not attending live, send it to Kris@miniwargaming.com. It's in the description below. Of course, you can also join us on waythebrush.com, which is the central hub of all this silliness. It has links to the Discord, to the Instagrams, the Twitter, the Facebook. Of course, we always enjoy the Discord. The Discord's been the biggest portion, I think the biggest add-on, the biggest improvement of Way the Brush. And of course, I think I'd have to thank Aqua for that, for bringing that up, because I think that young fellow was, well, he's a young fella and he knows the technology, right? Kids know technology, and I mean, like, whatever, right? So anyway, Discord's been a lot of fun. It's been a great way to stay in touch with everybody, and of course, I jump into the live chats once in a while, just to kind of sit around and BS with everybody. So waythebrush.com has all those links. Has the links for the t-shirts. You want a t-shirt? Want to look, like a connoisseur of all that is good and holy in this universe, and be attractive to the opposite sex? A Way the Brush t-shirt will do that for you. It also, the proceeds also help, keep things going, keep the lights running, right? And of course, big thanks to all my patron support. Without them, a lot of these upgrades, waythebrush.com wouldn't even be a thing if it wasn't for the patrons. So, I want a big thanks for them making the improvements, making this show all the better. And of course, for the patron support, if you're considering patron support, I only ever charge for Way the Brush episodes, which is usually only about 4 a month. So, you don't have to contribute a whole lot, you know what I mean? And of course, if you want to contribute but you don't have the resources, whatever, you can always like, comment, share this video and all the other videos. You can share them, spam them around, show your friends. They say, hey, I listen to this goofball on Saturdays, because sometimes it sounds like he knows what he's talking about. And, yeah. So, take care of your brushes. They'll take care of you. And I will see you guys next week in another exciting episode of... What's this show called again? What are you still doing here? Go home. Oh, big secret. Okay, it's not a big secret. No, it's not even a secret at all. Next episode, hopefully, there'll be another upgrade to the show. I will say that. And it's because of patron support. There'll be another upgrade to the show next week. So, yeah, so tune in next week to see what the upgrade is. So I'm not going to tell you right now. Although some of you might already know. Something like that. Anyway, go home. Get to work. Go do something. It's a Saturday, for God's sakes. Go enjoy that sunshine or something. Or unless you're in Europe and it's already the day's done, then go to bed. Have a cup of tea. Have a biscuit. What's the most popular tea in England? Leave a comment down below what the most popular tea in England is. I'll see you guys later.